Hello there, my little goldies, and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a flip through of a series of books that I got here. Now normally when I do the flip throughs I just do one book at a time, but I thought I would go ahead and just take the time and do these three books in their entirety. This is a series of books by Collette Fergus. This is the dress book, the dress book 2, and the dress book 3. So it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a book of dresses that are on a dressmaker's mannequin or dressmaker's dummy. As you can see from the front cover, there's some designs that you see in the book right there, and they're just kind of on, it's like a little headless mannequin, but I think it's one of those dressmaker's dummies that seamstresses would often use. So let's go ahead and do a little flip through of this book. You get a little blurb about the book on the back. And it just kind of and I'm not going to read all that because I'd have to get my glasses to see all that because the contrast is a little weird for me to read here right now in this lighting. So anyway, let's go ahead and look at this book. So before we actually get started with the flip throughs of all three of these books, we're going to do all three of them in one video. This is on CreateSpace Paper. I believe she is an independent artist, an indie author. So these indie artists, their books are going to be on this CreateSpace Paper because that's just what Amazon prints it on. It's no fault of the artist or anything. It's just what Amazon chooses to print it on. And CreateSpace Paper, that's been a bone of contention for a lot of people. It's been a hot subject of debate. And there's some people that just refuse to get a book with CreateSpace Paper, and then there's some that are like, oh no, I can deal with it. You know, it's you know, hey, I'll deal with it. So you get both ends of the spectrum. You get some that can take it or leave it, and you get some that just absolutely will not get a book if it is printed on CreateSpace Paper, regardless of how pretty the artwork may be. It's just a personal choice. Right or wrong, you know, it's a personal choice, and you have to decide what you feel is best, because why get something if you know you're going to hate it, and if the paper is going to be bothersome to you, and if you know you're going to hate it because of the paper, why get it? All right, so on this page here we have some tips. It says Collette Renee Fergus, and it just says about the artist, and then she's got some information about the book. Okay, so I'm not going to read that whole thing because it's a pretty big long page of just some information there. Okay, so let's go ahead and flip through this book. These are all going to be single-sided, although on the left-hand page here you get, at least on this page, you get some copyright information and so forth. But the designs are going to be just on the one page. It's single-sided. Okay, so this is volume 1. Now on some of the pages you're going to get some mandala designs. Most of them are dresses, but you do get some mandala designs spread out through the book. Like every few pages you're going to get a mandala to do. I don't know, I guess it kind of breaks it up a little bit, I suppose. But as you can see, you know, it's on one of those dressmaker things. All the dresses are like that. They're mandala. So some of the dresses are pretty detailed. Some of them are not as detailed. It's like most other coloring books. Like some of the designs you're gonna see a lot of detail in, some of them not so much. Okay. Another mandala. And I'm kind of going fast because I do have 3 books to flip through. Okay. That's really pretty. I'm really going to enjoy coloring in these books. Even though it is on CreateSpace Paper, I do have pencils that'll work on it. And if you absolutely hate the paper but you want to get the book, you can copy them onto different paper. There's been a lot of people that will copy them onto cardstock and then use their markers. And if that's what you want to do, if you want to get the book but you don't like the paper, then, you know, there are workarounds, or you can just find a set of pencils that work nicely in this. Crayolas would work nicely on CreateSpace Paper. My Lyra Rembrandts worked fine on Create Space paper. I colored some stuff in Tirnano Log with those, which is a Christmas book. Another mandala. Okay. So you can see the detail in some of these. I mean, it's gonna take you a little bit to do. And then, so here is her, I believe that this is her, no, this isn't her social media. It says test and try out, experiment, experiment, test and try out. So I think it just is telling us that we have a test page back here. So that's all of book 1. There's the dress, book 1. Okay, here is the dress, book 2. Whoops. And then you get another little blurb on the back of that book. Pretty much the same, I think, as what you would see in book 1. Again, same artist. This is, all 3 books are going to be printed on Create Space paper, so I'm not going to say that for each one. All of the books are single-sided pages, so I'm not going to keep saying that for each book as I get to it, but we do have different designs in each of the books. Same kind of setup. It's on the dressmaker's mannequin. Oh, some of these are just so pretty. Absolutely exquisite. And like I said, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at how pretty that is. Look at those. Oh my gosh. So I found out about these books from a lady named Ruby, who is on my Facebook group, who is on Color with Sharon and Friends. And she was coloring in, and I think she was doing the first book. And boy, she was really, really coloring a lot of her stuff in. And I mean, it looks so pretty. I think she used markers on hers. And I mean, it looks so pretty. I'm like, I have to get these books. And she's like, yeah, you really should. But she really loves them. And so she's been coloring in them like crazy. So I decided to get them. They weren't all that expensive. And so I decided to pick them up. Okay. Oh, these look like some handbags and stuff to go with the dresses. Very cool. Oof, look at the detail on that thing. Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh. Like, you could really just go nutso playing with color on these. You really could. And what's nice is if you don't want to do skin tones, like this is a book where you don't have to do skin tones because it's all clothes. There's some glasses. It's all clothes or accessories. So it's not like you're going to be doing a whole lot of skin tone stuff in here. You can color the fashion, but you don't have to worry about coloring in the faces or anything because the mannequins are headless. So here's some test pages. You get quite a few in this one now. All right, so here is book 2, the dress book 2. We've done that flip through. And then last but not least is the dress book 3. Same artist, same kind of layout, same paper. So let's just get on with the flip through. Okay. Again on the dressmaker's mannequin. And I'm kind of going fast because, like I said, 3 books. And I don't want the video to go super long. That way we don't lose anybody. We don't want anybody nodding off. Because these are just too pretty for you to be nodding off through. Yeah. So, again, some different designs in here. Some really detailed ones. There's some very, very detailed, elaborate ones in here. It's like, oh my gosh, man, I'd like some of these. I was like, man, I'd love to wear some of those. Look at that. Oh, very eye-catching. Very, very eye-catching. So again, I found out about these books from a gal named Ruby, who is on my Facebook group on Color with Sharon and Friends. She was sharing some pictures out of these books that she had colored, and so she enabled me to get these books. So Ruby, if you are watching, thank you. So we can use some of these for some Color and Gabs. I think they would make perfect pictures for that. Look at the details. Wow. Oh my gosh. So again, we're going to have some test pages in back here. Actually, one test page in the back. Book 2, I think, had a lot more test pages than any of the other 2 books. Book 2, I think, had definitely more test pages than book 3 or book 1. So here was book 3, here is book 2, and here is book 1. You can find these on Amazon. I will leave links in the description section to on Amazon for all 3 of these books. I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you choose to purchase any books through the links that I provide, I get a tiny, tiny little commission back, and that will just go back in to help support the channel so that I can do giveaways and show new books and supplies and things like that. And also, as a little bit of housekeeping, my tip jar is down there if you so choose to do anything with that. My Amazon affiliate link is there. You can click there and then do some shopping from there if you like. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you're not done so already, but also hit the bell so you can be notified when new material is uploaded. Leave a comment and tell me what you think. Of course, hit that like button. You all have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. Okay, bye guys.